math lesson 38. If this is not where you're supposed to be, then run away, go find your right math lesson. Okay, so we are going to be reviewing again today. Now to give you guys a little bit of a break, I'm going to try to not do quite as much review so that you can have a shorter video today, because I know some of your past videos have been a little long. All right, we're going to start out with reading the clock. Okay, I'm going to hold this up. Hade, what time is it? Okay, look at the hour hand. We're a little past the 1. So the hour is 1. Now let's find our minutes. So we start counting here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're a little past the 25. So 26, 27. So it is 1:27. Very good. If you got that, Hade, give yourself a big pat on the back. Anyone else who got that, give yourselves a big pat on the back too. All right, number 1 on your paper. Go ahead and get out your paper. It looks like this. It has a big bell in the front. That bell is called the Liberty Bell. It is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've actually seen it in person. And what's interesting about it is that it has a big crack down its side. This big crack came because they had to move the bell because there was a war going on, a guerra, and they needed to move the bell so that the British, people from England who were fighting against the Americans many, many years ago, this was not recently, many, many years ago, so that they would not take the bell. So they moved it, and then boom, they dropped it, and it got a big crack down its side. So that bell is very, very famous in America. Okay, number 1 on this page says write the products around the circle. So you have a circle that looks like this. You have 2 circles. This is letter A. This is your first circle. See how it says 4 times? That's saying you're going to do 4 times one of these numbers. Well, all of those numbers eventually. Okay, so for example, I'm going to start with 4 times 7 down here. So we do 4 times 7. What is 4 times 7? 28, that's right. So we put our 28 in this box. 4 times 7 is 28. Now let's go to the next one. 4 times 9. What's 4 times 9? 36. 4 times 11? 44. 4 times 8? 32. Oops. This marker is dying little by little. Okay, so that's how you do this wheel. Go all the way around, and then you'll do the second one the same way, only the second one is 3 times. And so you'll do 3 times the numbers all the way around it. Let me know if you have any more questions about that. Okay, number 2 says use your ruler to measure these lines. So you're measuring on the inches side with your ruler. Make sure that you line up the 0, or the beginning part, with the beginning of your line. So wherever you need to start, normally your ruler will say start here. So right here is where you start on this one, okay? Not here on the end, but where it says start here. Line it up and measure it carefully. Ask your mom and dad to help you, your aunt and uncle, your abuelos, whoever is with you, ask them to help you to set it up, just to check to make sure you've got it in the right spot. Okay, number 3 says round to the nearest 10. We're going to do A and B together. This is letter A, 56. Round to the nearest 10 means I need to round to the number that's in the tens place, which is the 5 right there. That's the number in the tens place. So I look at the number right behind it, which is a 6. If that number is 5 or greater, I round up. If it's 4 or less, I stay the same. Is 6 5 or greater, or is it 4 or less? It's 5 or greater, so I round my 5 up, change it to a 6, and every other digit that was behind becomes a 0. So 56 becomes 60. How about 85? I'm rounding the 8, so I look at the 5. Is it 5 or greater, or 4 or less? 5 or greater, so I round up. I round 8 up to a 9, and every digit behind it becomes a 0. So it rounds to 90. Let's try these down here. These go with number 4. We're going to do A and B together once again. You guys have to do C and D for numbers 3 and 4 on your own. 270. We're rounding to the nearest hundreds place. So that means we're rounding this number right here, and we look at the number right behind it. So we're rounding the 2, we look at the 7. Is 7 5 or greater, or 4 or less? It's 5 or greater, it's greater than 5. So that means we round up our 2 to a 3. And every digit behind it becomes a 0. Okay, let's look at 410. We're rounding to the hundreds place, so we're rounding the 4. We look at 1. Is 1 5 or greater, or 4 or less? It's 4 or less. So we keep it at 400. Every digit behind it becomes a 0 when you round. One more thing that we're going to look at, or let me just explain number 5 to you for a second. Number 5 is to divide. Write the steps as you do them. In the box, draw a picture to illustrate the division fact. So you have 6 divided by 3. So in the box, you need to draw 6 items and divide them into groups of 3. How many groups do you have left? So 6 things, divide them into groups of 3. Okay? Okay. Now turn your page over and look at number 6. It says, follow the directions and find the hidden numbers in the picture below. So let's look at A. A says, color the sum green. So here's what A is, 24 plus 69. Let's first find our sum. 4 plus 9 is 13. Carry our 1. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 6 is 9. So your answer is 93. So you are going to look here in the puzzle. I'm not going to bring it too close so you don't see the answers. You're going to look here in the puzzle for 93, and you're going to color that green. Color those numbers green. The 93 will be right next to each other. It's not that you will have a 9 over here and a 3 over here. No, no, no. Your 9 and your 3 will be right next to each other wherever they are, and you'll color those green. So each answer, you're going to color a different color. B says color the difference orange. So you'll find the answer to 100 minus 28. You'll find that answer, then you'll find it in your drawing, and you'll color it orange. Letter C, you'll color the product blue. D, you'll color the quotient yellow. And letter E, color the time red. For the time, you're going to look for it again all together. You're also going to look for the colon there. So let's say the time is, this is not correct, okay? This is not the right thing. This is just for an example. Let's say the time is 9:15. You're going to find it like that in your picture. It will be 9:15. You'll see 9, you'll see a colon, and you'll see the 15. So whatever the answer is, you'll find it all together in your picture. All right, really quickly before I leave you, let's read the caption to the picture that you have there. It says, basketball was invented in Springfield, Massachusetts, where the game was first played on December 21st, 1891. So if you like basketball, Massachusetts, in Los Estados Unidos, was the place where it was invented. Very interesting, right? Okay, I hope that you have fun with this paper. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.